Hello, everyone, and hi, Magdalena.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that we're here chatting. So, welcome to Let's Talk Pinterest. I'm really excited about this conversation because it is so timely, and especially if you are, in e-commerce, if you're interested in selling products on Pinterest because you saw how, oh my gosh, e-commerce is the future of Pinterest in many ways. Or maybe you had an Etsy shop and you're like, oh God, what's happening, right? You are going to want to stay tuned to this conversation because we've got Magdalena, a nurse turned Pinterest ads expert. I love your story because you basically taught yourself how to master Pinterest ads, and now you are sharing that wisdom with your clients, but also your students. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy to be here and thank you so much for having me. And I'm so excited because I don't know, like Pinterest has been changing like every 2 weeks. And
Mhm.
I think like when I started my course, I think like 6 months ago, I was like, yeah, but now it will probably calm down. And I have been updating it like every month or so. So they keep on like adding new features and there's so many changes, especially around e-commerce and also for other like for other niches, of course. But there's a lot of big stuff happening for e-commerce on Pinterest. Yeah, for sure.
Right. Really excited to talk about all of that. So be sure to join the conversation, whether you're live or watching the replay. You can leave a comment down below, and you're going to want to stay tuned to the end because we have a giveaway and you're going to want to participate in that. Okay, so let's get right to the tea. Okay. Some of you might have noticed that you are no longer able to claim your Etsy shop or your Instagram or your YouTube. So, question number one, is this actually happening? What's going on? Why can I no longer claim my Etsy shop? And, does that mean like my products, the link is broken between that chain, right? Like, is this really happening?
Yeah, so that's like the number one question everywhere. So actually today, so no, I need to start with the beginning because last year in November we already saw a big drop in impressions and like Etsy wasn't really being favored by Pinterest at all. And I had a client that dropped from like daily 12K impressions to like barely 500 impressions a day. So that is like a major drop. And like I've been hunting Pinterest for answers and like emailing them almost every day. And they were just saying, yeah, we're working on something and it's probably a glitch, maybe the holidays. And like it didn't really recover. And I thought, nope, this is bad news because especially after the holidays, you expect like they weren't selling anything that would do well anyway during the holidays. So I was like, this can't be the issue. So there was already something like growing there that wasn't good for Etsy at least.
Mm-hmm.
And now, of course, like I think it's been like 3 weeks or a month, and the Etsy claim button completely disappeared at all, like from the back end of your Pinterest account, together with YouTube. And I think 2 weeks later, also Instagram disappeared. And that's like that really set off like me really hunting Pinterest again. And
Mm-hmm.
I told them, like, what is happening? Because first we had the drop and now the claim button is gone. And what is going on here? And they said, we're just working on something and it will be a glitch and it will probably be fixed. And actually, today, after sending an email again, they got back to me and they told me that it will no longer be possible to claim your Etsy store. So, like, I have it in black and white on my email. I'm very sad about this, but it is going to be happening and it's not going to come back. So, it's not a glitch. This is for real. And we're just going to have to move forward with whatever we are having now. And they said they are working on some features, but I'm not sure if they are Etsy related anyway. So I think that we're gonna have to find a way to work around this, you not being able to claim your Etsy store anymore.
Yeah, it's a real shock, especially
Yeah.
since the new features they announced, like in-app checkout, it's exclusively for Shopify. That seems to be, I don't know if it's going to remain in just for a Shopify feature, but that's what it sounds like. So,
Yeah.
yeah, like, is
Well,
it just Shopify now? Is that our only option for e-commerce?
no, it's not. Because what you are saying, I think that like you previously Etsy was the e-commerce spot for Pinterest. Like even if you go on Etsy in the blogs and everything and the resources, they all say go to Pinterest, and they really pushed you to market on Pinterest.
Hmm.
And I feel like Shopify has now taken this spot because Pinterest has specifically created this app for Shopify. Um, so it's not even developed by Shopify. An app or a plugin created by Pinterest itself. So I think like they are testing out the waters with all their new e-commerce features with Shopify, because I think like the Shopify app has been around for almost a year now. And recently they added the WooCommerce, the Pinterest for WooCommerce plugin as well. And that has been around for like 3 months or so. So they first did the thing with Shopify, they saw it works, and now they also created a plugin for WooCommerce. But now that I'm saying this, I I'm not 100% sure that the app is actually developed by Pinterest. Maybe it is actually developed by WooCommerce itself.
Hmm.
So there's like, it kind of feels like they swapped their best friend. Like Etsy is
Out
being
with
digitized.
Etsy,
And yeah,
in with Shopify.
yeah,
Well, I can't hate on a Canadian company doing well. Cheers to you, Shopify.
fair enough. And I mean, like the way that Shopify and Pinterest integrate is like a dream because it works so well. So
Mm. Yeah, I guess it's a partnership that will benefit both of them. Okay, but enough about their benefits. What are we supposed to do? So I have two questions. One, if you have a shop on Etsy, the connection is now broken. That means that your catalog won't update as it was before, because I had someone commenting saying that their inventory was showing that they had no product, but they did, so the connection is broken. So what are you suggesting to your clients and your students who are on Etsy? Do they wait it out or do they jump ship?
So the reason why your catalog isn't showing anymore is because you no longer have a claimed account. So in order to be able to show the shop tab on your Pinterest account, you need a claimed website. And with the removal of the claim Etsy button, you will need your own website to claim something to be able to put up your catalog. And I know actually that Etsy is now also offering hosting through Squarespace, and they are really making it super easy to create your own domain and then still use Etsy as the whole checkout and everything, like for the listings, and to support you using Etsy, but also have your own domain. And that could actually be a really nice thing in between,
Mm-hmm.
because Squarespace and Pinterest work good together.
Okay. So you're saying that, you can keep your Etsy shop, just, maybe the best path forward or the middle ground where you don't have to start from scratch is to just
Exactly.
get a shop built with Squarespace. And Squarespace is fairly easy to use, right? Like like
Yeah,
more so than WordPress.
and also because I have a client that is actually doing it himself now, and he said it's done, like it is super easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're not super tech savvy, he is actually tech savvy, but he said it is easy. So um, yeah, so I think like if you want something like a middle ground and you don't want to move away from Etsy, that will be your safest place to go. Sorry, it's
Mm-hmm.
my dog walking in. But um, I think like if you really want to like own your own store, then it's better to have a domain and actually like not rely on Etsy, but have a WooCommerce or a Shopify store.
And WooCommerce is free, right?
Yes, it is free, but it has fees. I'm not really sure where the fees are charged, but I think like after a number of checkouts or something, I know there is a growth package.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it's not completely free, but it's like free to start with. So that's like, it's a
Mm-hmm.
super nice way in to get started.
Listen, y'all, no matter how you want to make money, you're going to have to pay fees somewhere. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. PayPal, Stripe, somebody's getting a piece of your money. So just make peace with that now.
Yeah. And also you can write off the cost of all those kind of
Yeah, it's
integrations
a
and
business
stuff
expense.
anyway. So yeah.
Love that. All right. So if anyone has any questions, be sure to post them. You heard it here. Etsy and Pinterest have officially broken up. That claim your Etsy shop option is gone. Just like YouTube and Instagram, tears all around. Really sad about that. So, we actually had a few people share some questions earlier that I would love to get your feedback on. One of these is from Yes to Tech, who's here live. She's saying, how do I create Pinterest ads for my new content in a way that converts? I'm only getting good results from running ads to pins that are already performing. So Magdalena is also a Pinterest ads expert. That's why this question is about Pinterest ads.
That's totally fine. Oh, there's like, okay, so this has like multiple layers. So if I understand correctly, you want to create new pins and then run your ads to those pins, or run your ads with those pins. And you want to make sure that they convert well, but you're not seeing the conversions very fast. So the thing is, sometimes I create pins from scratch to run ads. And what I see with the pins that I create from scratch, specifically for the ads, because sometimes you want an extra bold call to action or like be a little more salesy, because that's totally fine, than you would do on your organic pins. And the thing is, they often need a little more time. So your organic pins that you have already pinned are already indexed by Pinterest, and Pinterest has already an idea of who interacts with these pins. It has already understood what the pin is about. And with your Pinterest ad, with a brand new pin, this phase still needs to take place. So it just takes a longer time to warm up. And I'm thinking like it really depends. So I'm not sure how long you are running your campaign and what kind of campaign you are running, because that's also important to understand and help you better with this question. But I would say give like the ads at least 2 weeks and then see if the ads actually perform less than the pins that you have already pinned and now run ads to.
Mhm.
Um, because it's all a matter of testing. Because maybe your organic pins are very different design, and that design just converts better for your ideal client. So I hope I answered your question, because it is a little broad, and I would need to know a little more to really be specific. So if I didn't answer your question, just put it below and then I'll make sure to respond to it on the YouTube comment. Yeah.
Amazing. Sometimes it just takes some time. Okay, so here's another question that was asked. What's your advice for an account that's lost ranking pins after running ads?
Ooh, this is an interesting question. Okay, so I am super curious, because if I mean like losing run ranking pins, I think you mean that you are losing your impressions and that the pins that were doing well are not like doing as well anymore. But
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you mean like, okay, so the thing is, when you start running ads, you will see your organic post get a boost as well. And when you stop paying, that will drop off as well. And this is so I really need to know, like, okay, if you go and look into your analytics, do you make sure that when you are looking at, for example, your impressions, outbound clicks, after you stop running your ads, and make sure that you only look for the organic. So on the left bar, you can choose paid, organic, and then the combination. I can't come up with a word right now, so but you will see it, so you will know what I mean. And make sure to only put organic, so you can make sure, okay, am I looking at the results of the ads, and now I stop running ads, so my impressions and everything and the results drop off because I'm no longer paying Pinterest to rank high in the search results? Or am I genuinely looking at my organic results, and have I seen those tank after I stop running the ads? And if this is the case, then it could be because you stop running your ads and now your organic pins are boosted less. Or maybe because your ads, once you stop running your ads, those pins will also go into your organic part of your Pinterest account. So they will remain as organic pins forever on your Pinterest account. And it could be that those are now top ranking and they are outranking the pins that you had like good ranking on. I hope this answered your question. Oh, I can't hear you anymore.
I know I heard that as a rumor before that happens, but I think, that question was coming from a place of, like someone who is a Pinterest manager for other people's accounts. And I've heard this happening. Like you take over someone's account, you're running organic strategies, but they don't tell you that they've been boosting ads or like paying for ads. So then the ads stop running and then the account tanks and it looks like it's your fault, but
Yeah.
it's because they've been running ads or they ran ads without telling you, right? Like, and I guess like to me, the follow-up question to that is, shouldn't organic and paid campaigns be run almost to like in synchronicity as opposed to in opposition? Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, right? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, okay, so before I want to get back to this, because there's also a rumor going around that running your ads make your organic pins tank if you are running the things at the same time. So if you are, like for example, running a campaign on your ads to the product, that the organic pins tank that you are also running to this product. And honestly, I have never seen that. All my clients, they are always getting a boost from the organic or from running ads, also in the organic marketing. But I think what you really want to make sure, if you want to run ads, make sure that you think like what you're saying. You need to make sure that you keep your organic in mind, but also the ads, and you want to make sure they work together instead of being competitive. So, for example, if you are, say, you have a very specific product and you're using keywords for this to get good SEO. And then if you set up your traffic campaign and you're going to use the exact same keywords that you are using in your organic strategy, you're going to be competing with yourself. So in this case, you're going to outrank your organic pins. And you're just like, it doesn't make sense. So you want to make sure if you run ads, make sure that you keep your organic strategies in the back of your head, because you want to make sure they're working well together. Yeah. And then they are actually like strengthening each other.
Not undercutting each other. That's so great. So I'm going to ask a few more questions, but I just want to let everyone know that you have a chance to win something amazing. Okay. So we're going to do a live giveaway and a giveaway for the replay. So don't worry if you're watching the replay. you won't miss out as well. So if you want a chance to win a copy of Magdalena's course, can you tell us about your course?
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
going to want to use the hashtag Let's Talk Pinterest. Enter that anywhere on YouTube if you're watching the replay, or even on Facebook, and for a chance to win. But tell us about your course.
Okay, so this course was like my baby. Uh, and so when I started as a Pinterest manager, I actually accidentally fell into the niche of e-commerce, and there were no resources at all out there specifically for e-commerce. So a lot of courses were focused on bloggers, on Etsy, and I was like, yeah, but how do I work with Shopify and WooCommerce? And it is such a different approach than when you have a blog that weekly has new content, or when you have a product that like is you want to like make sure that you are really speaking to an audience in a different way. So I started reading all the blogs of Pinterest, doing all my own research, and I had like thankfully super nice clients that let me test all the strategies because I had no e-commerce store for myself, of course.
Yeah.
And then after like I learned all the things and I saw my clients get good results, everybody kept asking me like, oh, and how do I do this? And I thought I need to make this into a course. So I created a course where I will really share with you like how do you approach Pinterest as an actual marketing platform. So for a product, how do I do all the tech? Well, I will have to remove the Etsy section now because that will be need to be updated. But for WooCommerce, for Shopify, if you have a custom website or Squarespace, I'm taking you through all the steps. I'm holding your hand. And help you claim all the accounts, set up the catalogs and everything, get a verified merchant status, and then also how to create your own strategy. So I'll learn you how to, or I share with you how you can create your own custom strategy for your business and your product, and how to tweak it, like how to read analytics, stuff like that. And then I also have the community that comes with it. And in the community, you can ask all your questions, and I'm in there almost, I think, like almost daily. So to answer questions or to chat, and it's fun hanging
Love
out
it.
there.
So if you are watching right now, and I see that a bunch of you are, you're going to want to use the hashtag Let's Talk Pinterest. Just comment right in, whether you're on YouTube or you're watching us on Facebook. Comment down below for a chance to win, because this is an amazing course. $200 value to one person who's using that hashtag. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to use that hashtag in the comments down below, or on social media. Share something you learned. Reach out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I will look for your post for also a chance to win. So be sure to enter. This course is amazing. I want to win it. Well, you actually, you want to enter. Use that hashtag. Okay, so let's keep going with the questions. If anyone has any more, I've got one more that was posted. I'll share it here. Okay. So the other question that we had was, okay, how do you create a pin, promo, or ads? Every tutorial I have seen talks about something, I guess, called campaign ads. I would be glad if you could teach how to create traffic ads. I hope I'm right. So I think they're just confused about, how to create a traffic ad. I guess this would be a huge tutorial, but do you have any tips for this person?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that tutorial would be huge, but I can like give some quick tips that will help you get started. So first of all, make sure that you are not boosting a pin. That's the first step. So you always want to make sure that you are setting up. I'm sorry, I'm seeing that the lighting is off. I'm just moving back. You want to make sure that you are actually going into your Pinterest account and then click on ads and create an ad. If you want to set up your traffic campaign, if you click creating an ad, you will get all the options. You're going to click consideration campaign because that's the new name for what used to be a traffic campaign. And these are exactly the same, so don't get confused. Consideration is just a traffic ad, so no, that's just because they changed the name. And then you go into the dashboard, go step by step, and just want to make sure that you are really thinking, okay, keep your ideal customer in the back of your head, or your ideal client, and make sure that you are choosing interest, choosing keywords that will really fit what you are looking for. So what your ideal client or customer is interested in, and make sure that you are not that you are thinking of those keywords that are not going to be a direct competition to the keywords that you use for your organic strategies. And then you go into the section of how to set up your bidding. And if you haven't done any creating of campaigns before, I would recommend you either start with automatic bidding,
Mm-hmm.
or if you really know, okay, I am able to pay this much for every person that comes onto my website or the product page or the sales page that you're leading them to, you can choose this amount. But if you are really starting out, it's often easier to do automatic bidding, let Pinterest do the bidding for you. And you will also see that over time, Pinterest will find like an optimal spot for you,
Mm-hmm.
and it will take some stress off of your plate. Add the pins. Make sure that you are adding some tracking or anything. Make sure that you're creating pretty pins. Hit the start button, and don't touch them and don't watch them for 14 days. Absolutely don't touch them, because it's
Give
going to
Let
reset the learn
Pinterest
mode.
do the work, right?
I know it's hard, especially if you're spending your own money. It's like, I want to
Mm-hmm.
check in. I want to see what it's doing. I know, because I've already also run ads for myself. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's worse when I'm running ads for my clients. Then I want to check in every minute. So you really want to make sure, don't even go check in daily, because you're just going to drive yourself crazy, because it just needs to settle in. It needs time. It needs to warm up. And then after 2 weeks, you will have some data and you can move forward.
Yeah.
I
Totally.
hope this helped.
Yeah, well, I will tell them to be sure to check the replay. So be sure to use that hashtag Let's Talk Pinterest. It has to be exact. It's an automated tool that will pick a winner. So we had someone enter, but you didn't enter the right hashtag, so your entry won't count. So be sure to enter if you guys are watching. I want to give this course to someone. So be sure to do that. So when we're running Pinterest ads, I guess no, backtrack one question about setting up our e-commerce shop. Would you say there's a minimum amount of products we should have to get started, or even one is enough?
No, well, they actually recently updated the guidelines for the catalogs,
Mm-hmm.
and you need at least 10 products to get a shop tab on Pinterest. So I would say, like, even if you have one product, it's enough, because you can still use all the marketing strategies and you can still tag your products and do all the things. Um, But if you are really adamant and you really want to shop tab, make sure that you have 10 products at least on active.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shop tab will appear if you have everything installed.
Okay, so 10 products. 10
Yeah. But
products.
don't hold back. If you want to get started with 5 products, it's fine. You just can't have the catalog and not have the verified merchant status, but that's fine. You can, like, it doesn't have to be all perfect at once.
Mm-hmm. Love that. Such good advice. Such good advice. Do you have any other tea for us? Any other tips for us in general? Like, what are your thoughts on idea pins? Like, I know it's kind of like not controversial, but everyone has an opinion about idea pins. I
I
want to know
know,
what
right?
it is.
I know, and you have a course on idea pins,
I
right?
do.
Yeah. So, okay, so the thing is, I have a bit of a hate love relationship with idea pins, because it really depends on the kind of goals that you have. It's personally, I feel like it's been really sold to us like, hey, you have idea pins and these are great. And now we're like, okay, but I don't know what to do with it. And they are now adding features to make the idea pins actually useful. So
Mhm.
in the beginning, of course, the idea pins were great to grow your impressions, grow your following. However, honestly, if you have an e-commerce, like, you shouldn't care about impressions or followers, because what you care about is outbound clicks and sales.
Mhm.
And it can be so distracting if you start focusing on all these metrics that you won't get sales from, because those might be people buying from you, but they also might not be. So I was a bit like I didn't do idea pins at all. And now they've added the product tagging. So I have been testing it, the
Yeah.
product tagging on the idea pins, but I'm not seeing great results with my own clients. I do know, however, some people that have really seen good results. So I know it works. I just haven't gotten the proof for myself. So I won't be teaching it, because I feel like, okay, I need to figure this out better before I can really share with you, okay, this is a good way to use the idea pins and product tagging on it. But I
Yeah.
think with the product tagging and now being able to directly link on your pin to the web, to the catalog actually, but at least you give the option to purchase, because otherwise people have to click and click and click and click, and then they end up on your website. Well, I would be out of there already. If I can't purchase in 2 clicks, I'm like, whatever.
Well, you will be able to soon with in-app checkout.
Exactly. And they are now adding the in-app checkout. And there's also, okay, so they were planning on launching the Idea Pin ad last November, but they hit a pause button, I think, because it's still not possible. But the Idea Pin ad is coming as well. And this will also contain the in-app purchase possibility. And it will be a different way of having ads as well, and you will need idea pins for that. So in this case, if you're planning on, okay, once the idea pins launch, idea pin ads launch, then I want to make sure I know what idea pins are actually working well. Then you want to go start test out something already, so you already know once you're ready, once Pinterest is ready, that you're ready as well, and you know, okay, this idea pin is doing well and this idea pin is doing well. I can
You're
run
ahead,
ads with
right? You're
these.
not starting
Yeah,
from being
exactly.
behind. I love that. We have
Exactly.
a question from Erin. What are good examples of idea pins for product-based businesses? I sell handmade costumes and dresses. So already, like, I would be making behind the scenes type tutorials on, like, you don't have to like give away the whole secret, but if you're making, right? That's like, to me, like, I would want to see that. Like, I love those, like how it's made. I think of this, there's this really amazing, she makes ceramic mugs with like crazy glitter, and she shows like that. Her stuff is so amazing. Literally, her shop is sold out from all of her TikTok videos where she shows how she makes these beautiful mugs. And like, so like showing the behind the scenes, to me, that's what I would want to see. You know, what do you think?
Yeah, and also like if you have people that are purchasing your customs, ask them if they can shoot a review with a video where they're just doing a twirl with a dress or something.
Yeah.
And that's amazing, because if that's going to be in the feed, it's moving and it will catch the eyes of people, and they are going to see the product and the person looks happy and it looks pretty. And then if you tag the product on it, that would be great as well.
Right.
But
And you
I
can
like your
even
ideas too.
incentivize that. Like, leave a review and get 15% off your next order or something like that, right? Or, you know, get a free gift card for someone else.
Yeah.
So I think, to me, like, that would be amazing.
And also, you also see a lot of also a lot of people that are posting as reviews on their stories of Instagram. And if you ask those people, can I use your review? You can also use that. Like, you have to repurpose it a little bit, but you can use those kind of videos as well for your idea pins.
So it can be more of a feature and not an actual idea. That is what is confusing me. So don't let the name confuse you, right? So there's so many ways to use it. Like in my course, I share 10 types of idea pins you can make, and the behind the scenes is one. The review / testimonial is also another. And I share lots of examples in my course if that's something you're looking for. Super affordable course with templates to get you started. We have another question. Actually, no, like one quick question. Are video pins going away? Do you
I
have any
don't
insight
know.
on this?
I don't think so. Have you heard it somewhere?
Yeah, somebody messaged me on Instagram that one of their accounts can no longer upload video pins. And then someone else told me that when they tried, Pinterest told them to make an idea pin instead.
Interesting, because I just uploaded a video pin today.
I can still upload them too. So I'm just
Yeah.
curious because you know how video banners got all deleted apparently?
Yes, but they are back.
What? Maybe it's a glitch then. Oh God, please. I
Yeah,
love video
and
pins. Never leave me.
what I also saw, because but well, like, you never know. Like, Pinterest keeps surprising me, so which also like keeps you on your edge, so it's good. But what I also saw is that the video pins, previously when you had a video pin, it was super hard to click through to the website because you had to do the 3 little dots and then click on visit
No, you
website.
can click on them now.
Yes, no, it
It's
is
been like that
back.
for a while.
Oh, it hasn't been for me. So it has
Oh.
been like, it has like switched back for since like 2 weeks for me.
Although, like, I also know someone who said that Pinterest once told them, they admitted that they experiment with certain people's accounts. So maybe there are like limited experiments going on about because a video pin and idea pin are so different. Like, and I can't imagine them getting rid of video pin ads. Like, those do really well. So that would just be them like undercutting themselves. Like, I actually click on video pin ads more
But
than any other type of ad.
yeah, video pins aren't going away because then they would have such a hard time competing with TikTok, Instagram, anything.
Yeah. I hope
And
not.
yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. That wouldn't make sense at all. That
Woo.
wouldn't make sense at all because every platform is moving to video. So it would even make like
Less sense, right?
less sense than, yeah, exactly.
But honestly, Pinterest has done more confusing-ish. So
I know, right?
I wouldn't put any bets on that. So we have another question. Hi, is there any metric like if I spend X amount on ad, then I will get at least a minimum of Y number of outbound clicks, etc. I'm in an art-related niche. So I would just retune this to a question of what is the minimum conversion we should be aiming for with our Pinterest ads? Like, do you kind of have a, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So if you are running your Pinterest ads and you're running a traffic campaign for your outbound clicks, you really want to make sure that you're following your CTR, so your click-through rate. And the minimum click-through rate is above 0.5. But honestly, for me, like, I quit every ad that is performing under 0.75. I really want to
0.75?
make sure. Yeah, so like Pinterest says, this is the benchmark. A well-performing ad has a click-through rate of 0.5%. So for every 100 people that watch, no, that's not it. Then a half a person would click. That's not a good example. But well, you get what I mean. So but honestly, you want to like really try to get your CTR above 1. That will be a good performing campaign. And you can do this by
So
by
so
keep on
that means like
tweaking.
one conversion per 1,000, right?
Yeah, but a conversion being an outbound click.
So one click per 1,000 views.
100 views.
100 views. Okay, it's weird because CPM we usually talk about thousands, like
Yeah,
per.
but this is the CTR.
Oh,
So you
CPR.
yeah, so now I know like it's super confusing. So you have the CTR, this is the click-through rate. This is just a percentage. So that's like from 1 to 100. And then the CPM, that's for 1,000 that's what you pay for 1,000 views basically. But
Okay.
that has nothing to do with your click-through rate, because if you have a super crappy ad, you can show it to 1,000 people, but nobody will click.
Yeah. Okay. So let us know if anyone else has any other questions. We've got Magdalena here. Honestly, if you've got questions about e-commerce, Etsy, Shopify, ads, this is
So
your
many ads
chance.
questions.
I
So
know.
many ads questions.
I know. This is your chance to get them answered. Don't miss out. So be sure to use the hashtag Let's Talk Pinterest for a chance to win an amazing copy of this course. I'm going to put it up. It's called Boost Your Sales with Pinterest. It's $197 value. where you get all of Magdalena's secrets for e-commerce. Don't miss out. Enter to win. Use the hashtag. Okay, so we've got a comment from Morgan. I feel like video is becoming more pervasive, so it would be pretty wild if the video pins disappeared.
Right.
Honestly, I would say crazier things have happened, though. Like, can I be honest?
Well, nobody would have expected Pinterest and Etsy to break up. Like, let's be real. Especially with Pinterest moving to sharing, like, yes, and we're going to be more of an e-commerce platform. And then they're breaking up with Etsy. And like, what? I don't understand what's happening here. So you never know.
For me, I understand in the sense of that maybe the difference, and I think I mentioned this to you, is that where at least with Shopify, there is no there's no hub. So in the sense that like you can have a Shopify shop, I can have a Shopify shop, Morgan can have a Shopify shop, and there's no Shopify website where someone can search all of our shops together. Whereas Etsy, in a sense, is more of a competitor because it has that hub where like people can go on Pinterest and search for products. You can do that on Etsy. So I think maybe in that sense, they're more competitors than friends, but I don't know. We'll see. Like, and then it's like, do you need Etsy then? Like, if you already have the hub and if you can already make the purchase, like that's coming without Etsy, do you need Etsy? Especially if Etsy wasn't willing to play ball with you. Do you need Etsy?
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of rumors going around. Also, things like, because Etsy has their own ads platform, so you can run ads on Etsy as well.
Yeah.
And there's some rumors that there was some like things, because like every person that is running Etsy ads and now is splitting their budget to also run Pinterest ads, it's losing money for Etsy. So there's a whole bunch of rumors going around. I have no clue. I'm super curious if there's gonna be a statement around this and what they're gonna say, but I'm kind of scared there's not gonna be any statement at all.
There never is. They never explain and they never apologize. We've got another great question. How many pins per day is optimal and how many boards are too many? I've got a way to answer this question, but you're our guest, so you take it.
No, you can answer it. Oh.
I always say that what's optimal is completely up to you, how much content you have, how many product listings you have. There's no point trying to pin like someone else. So I would say bare minimum, you probably want to do 1 pin a day. But like from there, your ceiling is probably, I would even say cautiously 15 is too much. But like you build from 1 a day, what you are able with at least, you know, enough unique links that you're not sharing the same link more than once a week. Like to me, that's like the sweet spot. How many boards is too many? I think according to Pinterest, it's like 500. That's way too many. So
there's clutter.
That's the limit. It's like 500, I think. So yeah, how many boards are too many? I would say like I have a lot of boards, but they're each optimized and for a purpose. So if you have boards that you're not using or you're saving pins that are irrelevant, then it's too many. But if your boards that you're using, you know, you do have content that you're regularly creating and pinning to those boards and, you know, they're active and they're doing well, then you're good. But if you're just creating random boards like, you know, like that don't make any sense, then, you know, I would just not do that. I don't know. Anything to add?
No, I totally agree. So I'm always saying like the pin bare minimum is 1 pin per day, and go from your content, and like don't push yourself too much. Like if you can't do more than 1 pin per day, like at least do 1 pin per day, because the consistency is gonna be rewarded over putting out a bunch and then disappearing. And for the boards, I completely agree with you. Like you can have 100 boards as long as they're all geared to your niche and making sense keyword wise. Yeah. And also for especially for group boards, because I know a lot of people have a whole bunch of group boards.
Guilty.
Yeah, even for your group boards, you really want to make sure that they're making sense for your niche, and they're like, if you are selling an Etsy product, for example, and you are selling something very specific, like beaded necklaces, and then it doesn't make sense to just join an Etsy board, because that's way too broad. You want to make sure that you join a group board that is geared toward necklaces, for example.
Jewelry or
So exactly.
fashion. I think fashion would be as broad as I would go with
Yeah,
that.
that's next. Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't go lifestyle, right? Like, that's just too broad and too,
Yeah.
well, yeah. So you just want to make sure it makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Amazing. Any last questions? Erin said, thank you. Thanks for your amazing questions. Okay. Last chance to enter. Seriously, y'all. Use the hashtag. Enter for a chance to win this amazing course. Enter for me. Any last words before we pick a winner? And remember, if you're watching the replay, you can enter to win in the comments. Just leave a comment with the hashtag, reach out to us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Just use the hashtag Let's Talk Pinterest, and I'll find you and I'll reach out to you, and Magdalena will also send you a copy. So we'll be picking a winner from the replay as well. We have one more question. How do you find good and relevant group boards? I would say to not waste your time with this. Group boards are no longer a best practice. Like, the benefit that they had has long died. It's been like a couple of years since group boards were worth your time. You are better, in my opinion, you're better served finding some tailwind communities that are focused in your niche. That's honestly one of the best ways to get shares of your content. I have a whole video on that. It was my most recent video, if you go check it out. Anything to add?
No, I was thinking, like, I would only, so if you don't have Tailwind and you want to join some group boards, then you can just go into the search bar, and then you can choose all pins and then drop down, and then there's the option of boards. And then you want to make sure that you are joining a board that has like solid SEO. So like the name is good and relevant, the description is good and relevant, and like there isn't like 1,000 contributors, because then it's very often super spammy. And you want to make sure that you are clear on what the rules are, because some group boards have super strict rules, and for every pin that you pin, you have to repin someone else's content of the group board. So then it can be like, you want to make sure that you are picking something that is fitting for you as well. But the SEO is like number one. It has to make sense.
Love it. Okay, one last question, and then we're picking the winner. I was under the impression that I can repin with a gap of 7 days. Who told you this? I have been preaching no repinning for a while now, but I just heard you saying you cannot have the same URL for 7 days. Will that mean I cannot create a pin to the same post in 7 days? Sorry, I'm confused. I was under the impression that I cannot repin. Okay, repinning is taking the same image and saving it again, right? So you take the same pin and then you repin it to a different board. That's what repinning is. Creating a fresh pin to the same link is not repinning. That's just creating a fresh pin. I like to wait 7 days before sharing the same link. So I'm not sure what the question is here.
I think you answered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right? You wait 7 days to share the same link again.
Yeah, and you preferably want to pin again to that same URL with a different pin. So a new image, new text, or whatever.
Yeah, so say, for example, today I have pin A. It's going to this relevant board. Like, say I have the beaded necklaces, right? I'm adding that to a board about jewelry. And then maybe next week I design a new pin. I'm adding it to my handmade beaded crafts board. I don't know, making this up. And then maybe next week I'm adding it to my Mother's Day gift idea board. So, or handmade craft board. Like, but every week it's a new image. It's not the same pin, right? You just want to space that out. Okay, it's time. It's time to pick a winner. All right, you all had so much time to enter. Let me just find the screen with the giveaway. It's like a whole automated thing. It's fun. Let me just move this. Okay. Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Me? No.
Yeah, you're our honored guest.
I already shared so much.
I
I have
know,
no
you
idea.
gave away everything.
No.
Okay, we're ready to pick a winner. Drum roll, please.
Oh, this is fun.
Right, isn't it?
Yeah.
But where is the actual, okay, here we go. Who's it gonna be? Oh gosh,
Ooh.
oh my gosh! Yay! Madhan, Kumar, you won a copy of Magdalena's course. Super exciting. I need you to send me an email so we can actually connect and get this to you. Woo! All right, so send me an email. Here's my email. So we can connect you and get you a copy of this course. Amazing! Woo! So exciting. Okay, so if you all enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I'll be going live every month, the last Friday of the month, with a new amazing guest. And Magdalena, you have to come back. This just needs to be a thing we do.
Yeah, for sure. It's fun.
Love it. Amazing. Okay, so of course, I'm going to put links down to Magdalena's website. Is there anything special you'd like us to check out?
Well, no, actually, it depends. So I have 2 free resources. So one resource is if you want to get started with your Pinterest ads. I have made a checklist that will take you step by step on how to prepare and make sure that you have everything in place before you get started. So your campaigns will be way more profitable. But if you're not planning on running ads, I just created a whole guide on how to read your analytics properly, because especially now with the removal of the Etsy claim button, I saw there is such a need for like really understanding how to read your analytics, especially if you don't have the claimed account anymore. So you can find it on my website. And I didn't send you a link, so I will send you a link, Nadalie.
Sounds good. Oh, yeah, you even wrote a post about this. What's happening?
Absolutely.
Amazing. I'll put links down below to all of this, as well as to your website, to your Pinterest ads course. So to anyone who wants to connect, all of that will be down below.
Yes.
Amazing.
And yeah, for sure. I hope to see you next time because it was super fun. And thank you all so much for interacting, because it's so much fun if people are asking questions live, and that's so exciting.
I know, you're all so amazing. Seriously, so much fun. Thanks for, coming on and talking Pinterest with us. And remember, if you're watching the replay, you have a chance to win a copy of Magdalena's course. Just leave a comment down below and use that hashtag Let's Talk Pinterest. Reach out to me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'll find your post. Share one thing you learned. And be sure to subscribe because, as I said, the last Friday of every month at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be live with a new guest and we'll be talking Pinterest. So why not join? Isn't this fun? Woo! Thank you so much, Magdalena. You are amazing.
Yes.
And may you prosper with Pinterest. I assure you will. And all your work you're doing is amazing. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Morgan. Thanks, Yes to Tech. Congrats, Madhan. I look forward to your email so I can connect you. All right, let's end this stream. Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.